Hey folks, Eric with One Stop Guitar here. Today we're going to talk about 3-octave arpeggios. An idea from a lesson from Paul Gilbert that I saw on the internet and I thought was kind of cool, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit to work in my style, and hopefully you can do the same thing in yours. This is definitely an intermediate to advanced guitar lesson, so if you're more in the beginner range, please go to onestopguitar.com and go to the beginning section and work on some of the videos there. We're also on YouTube and Instagram. One Stop Guitar is the keyword. So let's get down to business. I'm going to use A major arpeggio shape to start off with. So to explain real quick, I'm playing the first, the third, and the fifth, which gives us an A major chord, an A, C sharp, and an E. Okay? So I'm using my middle finger on the A, which is the 5th fret, and then I'm using my first finger on the 4th fret, which is the C sharp, and I'm using my my pinky on the 7th fret, which is the E. Now the cool thing about this is if you started on the 6th and the 5th strings, you can take that same formation and basically move it to the next octave, which becomes very handy. So there's your first one. Then there's the octave, which is on the 4th string, 7th fret. Same finger position, you notice that? So middle finger on the 7th fret, first finger on the 6th fret, and then pinky on the 9th fret, and those would be on the G string, those last two. And then I can do the same exact thing on the high E string, starting on the next octave, which would be the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Same finger positions, so it's the same exact notes. So played it fast. It sounds really, really cool. You're only playing 3 notes, which is kind of neat. So I really like the concept of it, and then I started changing up some stuff too, and decided that, you know what, if I can just do this on 2 strings, I can start doing different chords. I can start adding cool things. So like for example, a major 7 chord, I can start with the major 7 note instead. So G sharp being the major 7 has a really kind of cool sound to it. It's not an obvious sound. I started thinking more about, well, you could use it with minor chords and different type of minor chords. And then by mixing up the note order, so not playing in actual triad order, I can do some really cool stuff. So for example, an A minor add 9, which the notes would be A, C, E, and B. I'm putting the B first. So I'm going B, then C, which is on the 7th and 8th frets of the 6th string, and then I'm going to the 7th fret on the 5th string, which is the E, and then a humongous stretch to the 12th fret, which is our A. So I don't hit the root note until I get to the last note of that phrase. So it kind of sounds exotic. It has this different type of sound. It doesn't sound like your basic minor chord. And then I can move it down the same octave, the same way I did that major arpeggio to show you earlier in the lesson. So, and it's a really, really cool thing you can do to kind of make your playing a little more interesting. You can also take these and combine them with scales. So the more you understand your theory, I could take this idea and I could go into a D Dorian. So instead of running it like straight across as just a 3-octave arpeggio, I don't have to do that. I can start off with the arpeggio, and right there I'm in that D Dorian if I can see that shape, which sounds really cool. D Dorian is in the key of C major. Like I said, this is a more intermediate or advanced lesson, so I'm hoping you have an understanding of modes. If you don't, please go back to my website where I do explain that stuff. So yet again, one more time to look at it closely. A minor add 9. And I snuck that D Dorian in there. It just gives it more of a music sounding, you know, more like you're playing soloing, like you're not just playing and running scales and running arpeggios. Gives a little more life to your playing. So if you like this lesson, please go and check us out on the internet. You can find us on Instagram, you can find us on YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube page, and you can find us at onestopguitar.com. Have a great day.